Phase 2 knee exercises. At this stage, it's very important for us to start strengthening the stabilizers around the knee. These muscles are important to make sure that you feel like you have better control around your knee, such as getting up out of a low chair, being able to walk downstairs normally, left, right, alternately down the stairs, as well as feeling like when you need to turn or change direction, you don't feel like the knee wants to cave in on you. When working out stabilizer exercises, it's important to make sure you do the exercises well. Quality is important, and being able to hold the exercise for as long as possible, or a really slow count of 5 to 10, to build the stamina in the muscle. We have 5 new exercises for the phase 2 group. First one is bridging. At this stage, you should have enough bend in your operated knee to be able to do the bridge. If you're struggling a little bit with the bridging or the bend of the knee, just make sure that you do the exercise as efficiently as possible and keep working on the bend. So first exercise, we're going to place you on your back. You're going to bend both your knees. Again, getting as much bend onto that operated leg as you can. And first part of the exercise is slowly tightening the glute muscles, pulling the belly button into the spine, pushing down on the heels, and lifting that bottom up in the air. This is going to start to work muscles in and around the glutes, the quads, and the hamstrings, as well as our knee flexion, which is always good. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. With that, you will do 5 repetitions, holding each one for a count of 5. So again, belly button pulled in towards the spine, squeeze in the glutes, push up through the heels, make sure you're nice and level, good lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. That's the first part of this exercise. But we do want to work a lot more on stability, so when you feel you can, you slowly start to add in the leg lift. What that means is, you will lift the bottom up in the air, hold, get your control, and at first we'll do the operated leg. You extend the operated leg, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. What we do to one side, we of course do to the other. So we're going to lift the buttocks up in the air. We're going to lift our good leg, putting our weight on our operated leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely stabilizing on our operated leg. Leg lifts down and the bum comes down. Everything is about quality, not quantity. We want to build stamina in the muscles. That's why we hold for a nice slow count of 5. And you want to slowly work up, doing 5 repetitions on each side. That is our first exercise, the bridging. For our second stabilizer exercise, you're required to get a ball. If you don't have a ball, a folded pillow will do. So you're going to place a ball between the feet. And all it is now is to work the stabilizers. We lift both legs up, working our quadriceps muscles. Flex the feet, so point the toes up to the sky, and then squeeze the ball as hard as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax everything. When we extend or lift our legs, we're activating our quads, and when we squeeze the ball, we're bringing in more of the stabilizers, which are on the inside of the knee. So 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So again, repeating 5 lifts, holding for a count of 5. For our third exercise, you need something to hold on to very lightly at first, so the back of a chair, kitchen counter, or dining room table, anything that's not going to fall over when you're doing this. You're going to simply keep the feet apart, hip width apart, not too far, hold on lightly. And basically, it's a small squat, or pretending like there's a chair behind you and you want to sit down on the chair and then you changed your mind. So give yourself as much support with the hands as you need, but don't pull or push on your support. You let the legs do the work. You're going to take your bum backwards towards that non-existent chair behind you. You drop down, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up. It's very important when you do this that the bum comes backwards and your knees stay over the toes and don't go in front of the toes. If you start doing your squats like this, you're going to load your kneecap and get a lot of pain and flare up. So all it is put the bum backwards, pretend like you're sitting on a chair, hold, 3, 2, 1, and up. You'll start with 5, building to about 8 slow repetitions. Do a little pause at the bottom and then come up again. Our fourth exercise is all about balance and taking weight on that operated leg. You should be able to fully weight bear on it, and now we want to make sure we get the balance and support required putting the weight on it. So you need to hold on to something at first. You can have something in front of you or to the side. And what it simply is we're going to lift the good leg, stand, and take weight on the operated leg and balance. So if you need to hold on with both hands, do so at first, or one hand, and what you'll do slowly is ease up the support needed by the hands until eventually you can stand without holding on, taking your full weight on the leg. Try and do this a few times during the day so that it's not all loaded on one session and the knee starts to get tired. So you can do this when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, when you're making a cup of tea and the kettle's boiling. So spread this one out throughout the day. As soon as you pause, find something that you feel you can hold on to, lift the good leg, stand on the operated leg, and let go. That's the first part to this exercise. Our second part is adding in a bit of dynamicness. In life, we never just stand and balance on our leg. We're always reaching to get for things, picking stuff up off the floor, and we want to make sure that the knee can do a movement change and feel like it's not going to cave in on you. So again, make sure you are holding onto something at first. Lift your good leg, stand on your operated leg, and do a reach out to the side. A reach out in front of you, and then a reach out to the opposite side. When you do this, you can get a little bit of bend in the knee. You want to make sure you're doing it as slow and controlled as possible with as little support as is needed, so that eventually you'll do it without holding on and working on that direction change. And it's just to make sure that the knee doesn't start caving in on you, that you're correcting and holding the stabilizers to support that knee when you need to start picking things up off the floor for general day-to-day life. That's our fourth exercise. For our fifth and final exercise, it's all about practicing walking downstairs the normal way with the alternate legs. This is very difficult. To be able to put all your weight on your operated leg and step down a step is very difficult at first. So we want to practice it in a easy or small manner and slowly build up. So for this, we say take a telephone book or a stack of books, magazines. You will stand on the book with both legs, and all it is simply taking your good leg, stepping off this book or step, and you'll slowly bend the operated knee, touch ground, and then come back up. So essentially we're mimicking walking down a step, but a very small step. What you want to do is you want to make sure that as your good leg is in the air, you start to bend the operated knee, and then coming back up. As that gets easier, you can increase the height of the step so that you're a bit higher. And again, hold on if necessary. Good leg steps off, we start to bend, have that control stepping off, coming back up. What's very important when you're doing this is, I'm just going to show you from the front, as you step off, the knee must be over the toes. You don't want your knee caving in. That'll put a lot of pressure on the patella and your knee replacement and hurt a lot. So alignment is here, quality in your exercise. As you're coming down, knee over the toe and come back up. Slow and steady. The slower you do it, the better. And you want to do 5 to 8 repetitions of those. Those are all the knee exercises. Go slow, don't flare up your kneecap. Make sure you're building stamina and strength, so do everything for a little bit longer as you feel you get stronger. If you need to touch base with us, please get hold of one of the physios